Welcome to the Instagram stories for Tuesday, December 13th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. We're going to be talking about a lot of different legal things today, so strap in. The biggest news of the day is a previously unpublished internal document revealing that Facebook knew Instagram was pushing girls to dangerous content. There's a long 60 minutes clip, which I will link to in the show notes, and I definitely recommend watching. But to sum up, here's what you need to know. An Instagram employee in 2021 ran an internal investigation. They opened up a fake account as a 13-year-old girl looking for dieting tips, and that Instagram employee was led to graphic content and recommendations to follow accounts titled Skinny Binge and Apple Core Anorexic. Other internal memos show Facebook employees had raised concerns revealing Instagram made 1 in 3 teen girls feel worse about their bodies, and that teens who used the app felt higher rates of anxiety and depression. In the 60 Minutes clip, there's an attorney named Matt Bergman who started the Social Media Victims Law Center after reading the Facebook papers, which we've talked about extensively on this show. He's now working with more than 1,200 families who are pursuing lawsuits against social media companies. Matt Bergman is quoted as saying, quote, "Time after time, when they have an opportunity to choose between safety of our kids and profits, they always choose profits. They have intentionally designed a product that is addictive. They understand if children stay online, they make more money. It doesn't matter how harmful the material is." End quote. Again, watch the longer clip. It's definitely worth it. I will link to it in the show notes. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about music and legality and a hack so you can get the username that you really want on Twitter.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. Make creamy mac and cheese or a spinach artichoke fondue from our selection of Murray's cheese. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And we're back. Let's get into the second legal story of the day, which comes from Bloomberg Law, not a site that I read a lot, by the way. This article is all about how the music industry is working on a legal crackdown for brands using unlicensed songs in social media posts. They use as an example the energy drink maker Bang, who had a social media strategy where they would use popular influencers to advertise their drinks on TikTok and Reels. The article explains that the company didn't obtain a license to use the music in more than 100 of its videos and was hit with copyright lawsuits. The article is making the point that if you are a brand, you must be a business account, and business accounts typically do not have access to the wide range of songs that regular personal accounts do. The personal accounts are for personal use, non-commercial. There's no money transferring hands in those cases, and if there is, that's where problems can come in. But let's be realistic. If you want to make a video on TikTok and Instagram, you're going to want as many people to see it as possible. And in order to do that, you're likely going to use the music that is popular or trending. In this scenario, of course, I understand that many of the people involved in creating these songs deserve to get paid, and rightfully so. There are probably multiple songwriters, plus the publisher, the distributor, and so forth. And everyone who worked to distribute that song does deserve a piece of the pie. However, I feel personally that it's up to the social media platforms to handle the licensing. By using their platform, you're giving them an opportunity to earn money. And some of that money, in my opinion, should be used to secure the proper licensing rights. You can argue that it's not up to the social media platforms, but in my eyes, hey, that's just the cost of doing business. This article explains much better than I did exactly what the problem was and where it stems from, so I will link to it in the show notes. And the last thing to discuss on the agenda today is Twitter. Last week, Elon Musk announced that Twitter would soon look to cancel many dormant accounts, which means that some handles that had been blocked up for a very long time would be free to users once again. There's a new app. It's called Handle.Horse, and it allows you to track your desired Twitter handle and monitor the status of when it's going to become available. If there's, for instance, a version of your name you've always wanted, or your company name, or whatever, you can write them in this app, list your email address, and then you will get an email when that handle becomes available. I will link to this in the show notes so that you can check it out. That's going to do it for today's show. I'm going to ask, if you have never written a review for this show, would you mind? You can go to the place to do it directly from the show notes on Apple Podcasts, or if there's another place you listen, you can write the review there. That would be great as well. Thanks for listening, and be sure to come back tomorrow for more Instagram news.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks at Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently until Zuck returns my DMs and starts to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacies. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.